Hello and welcome to Market Today. Joining me now on the show is Dr. Praveer Sinha, the CEO and Managing Director of Tata Power, one of India's largest integrated power companies, which has reported a profit after tax for the full financial year at 4,280 crore and maintaining a strong growth momentum by reporting PAT growth of for the 18th consecutive quarter at 1,109 crore for the fourth quarter. Welcome, Dr. Sinha. Take us through the key highlights, including how margins have been on the back of such a performance.
Good morning, Siddharth. Always a pleasure to be on your show. I think what is important to see in this result is the consistency of performance. This is the 18th consecutive quarter that the company has done well in terms of growth in profit compared to the previous year quarter. This also means that the company is on very strong fundamentals and foundation. All our businesses where we have done investment over a period of time have started giving results, and we expect that this trend will continue in future also. Directionally, we have done very well in each of our businesses, and some of the new investments that we have done have shown results, but more results will start coming from the next year onwards, or FY25 onwards. Odisha DISCOMs, where we took during COVID period under very difficult conditions, the turnaround has happened. The company has been making profit and it has improved its profit every year. Many of the issues have been resolved, and what you would see in subsequent year is a much higher profit from these companies.
What is the outlook for
4 gigawatt manufacturing?
Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please complete your point.
Yeah. So apart from this, our 4 gigawatt manufacturing facility in Tamil Nadu, the module plant is fully commissioned and is operating. It's the first supply happened in the month of March, and this year the full capacity will get produced, and we'll supply that during this financial year. Similarly, our cell plant is in very advanced stage, and the first cell should be out in the month of June, and it will get stabilized over next 3 to 4 months. So I think many of the investments that we have done, the results have started coming, and you will see much better results from all of them in the coming year. Similarly, our renewable business, we already have a capacity of 4.5. Another 1.5 will get implemented in the coming year. And we have a pipeline of 5.5s, which will get implemented in next 24 months. So I think we are on a very good track to further enhance and improve our performance going forward. And I strongly believe that Tata Power today will only improve because of the strong fundamentals of the company, the way directionally it has moved to clean energy and smart energy solutions, and you would see very good results coming out of Tata Power in the coming years.
Since you say very good results will come out, is there a sort of a number that you can mention in terms of revenue growth and profitability growth going forward once all these new initiatives start kicking in?
We normally don't give guidance. We, of course, have shared the presentation during the analyst meet on what is our game plan for next 5 years. We go by that, and you will see that the way whether it is our revenue or EBITDA or profit has increased in last few years. This trend will continue in future too.
This trend will continue. The current quarter, and I'm just turning to a sort of immediate concern. We've seen early summer, a very hot summer. How's that going to impact current quarter performance? If you can just share some details of what you have.
Yeah, the hot summer every year we see the same thing. In fact, last few years the demand increase has been 8 to 10%, and we have already seen in the month of March and April, the demand has increased by 10%. And that means that there is that much more demand of power that is increasing, and it is good for the company in the sense that more generation, transmission, and distribution capacities will have to be added, and Tata Power will play a significant role in that. From our side, we are fully geared up to meet the summer requirement. All our plants are operating at more than 95% availability, our coal-based and hydro. Our transmission lines are on 99.9%. Our distribution is on 99.999%. Our renewable projects are also on 99.99%. So I think we understand our responsibility, and we will meet the full requirement of power as we have promised in this summer.
Dr. Sinha, at the current run rate that you are seeing post-COVID, the expansion in the economy and newer sectors also contributing to demand, what's the medium-term outlook as far as power demand is concerned, and how well do you see your company being positioned to cater to that?
So we see huge demand in power, and last 2 years we have seen every year a CAGR of 8 to 10%. This year also we are expecting 8 to 10%, and we are gearing up by adding capacity. Our renewable capacity will reach 10 gigawatt from our present 4.5 in next 24 months, 12 to 24 months. We also expect our transmission projects that we have won recently to get completed. But what is important is that there is a huge appetite and demand of power. And to cater to that, Tata Power will continue to add more and more of the renewable capacity, more and more of transmission systems, and we will see more and more of distribution getting privatized, or multiple suppliers of electricity will come. So Tata Power will have a huge amount of work which will be there in the coming years, and I think you can see very strong growth from Tata Power going forward.
One of the initiatives announced recently was the PM Surya Ghar Yojana, which has a target of at least 1 crore households. How does that look as a segment to Tata Power in terms of capitalizing such an opportunity as well?
So this is a huge initiative of the government. 1 crore household means nearly 25 to 30 gigawatt of capacity that will have to be added, and that means that much of solar panels modules have to be supplied, that much more of transmission and distribution has to be arranged, and these have to be at distributed basis. That means at the consumer end that you need to create. Tata Power is today the biggest player in the rooftop business with more than 13 to 14% market share. The next number two is just having 2% share. And I expect that when this project gets implemented in next 3 to 4 years, Tata Power will have minimum 20 to 25% market share in this business. So again, there's huge amount of synergy, considering that all these will require Make in India solar modules, which we will produce in our factory that has been set up. And we will also do the EPC and erection, commissioning and operation of these for the consumers. So huge amount of opportunities are there, and there is so much of synergy that we will be able to bring when we implement these projects.
Dr. Sinha, let's talk about another newer initiative, and this is the Pan India EV charging network. As I understand, you achieved a milestone of powering almost 10 crore green kilometers, and you also have a partnership with Indian Oil. What's the status of this initiative, and any details that you can share with our viewers?
So again, in EV charging, we are number one in the country with nearly 55% market share. We have something like 86,000 home chargers. We put every month about 5 to 6,000 EV chargers at homes of people, and these are through the OEMs with whom we work. Apart from that, we have nearly 900 chargers, which are bus chargers, and we are there right from Srinagar to Bangalore till now, but we expect that we will go right up to Kanyakumari. We have public chargers, including highway chargers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, nearly 5,500 of them. And we are committed that any EV user wants to travel anywhere in the country, they will have access to these EV charging infrastructure, and we'll be able to support them for their seamless travel right across the country. So yes, this is again a huge initiative, and we expect that Tata Power will play a very, very important role and work very closely with Tata Motors to support their EV penetration.
What's the outlook as far as smart metering is concerned for the current financial year?
Smart meters already is under implementation in various places. We ourselves have implemented 10 lakh smart meters in our distribution business in Odisha, Delhi, Mumbai. We are doing an outsourced contract for Chhattisgarh, where nearly 20 lakh smart meters will be there, as also many other states which have come or are expected to come with the smart meter bids. We'll play a very, very important role because it's not just the meter, but the whole meter data management and the analytics that goes along with the meter data management. And we do hope that we'll be able to positively contribute to DISCOMs who decide to go for smart meters.
Dr. Sinha, one final point, and we touched upon that, but I want you to sort of put the focus on that, and this is your statement on accelerated growth trajectory to transition to green energy with a 70% of installed capacity target from non-fossil based fuels by 2030. Are you you clearly made that statement. So what will it mean in terms of fresh investments to get to this target, which hopefully you will be on track since you've just said this?
Yeah, so we are already at 40%. This year we closed with 40% clean energy solutions in our portfolio of generation, and we are committed to 70% by 2030. We are enhancing our renewable capacity. We already are operating 4.5 and 5.5 is under implementation. And we do expect that by 2030, this will get enhanced to 15 to 16 gigawatt. Our objective is that going forward, these are not just plain vanilla solar or wind, but they become a bundled solution of solar, wind, and battery storage and pump storage, so that we can supply 24/7 renewable power to our consumer. And I expect that the type of financial commitment that is required, we will be doing. Last year, we did a financial investment of nearly 12,000 crores. This year, we have a target of 20,000 crores of capex, out of which nearly 50% are for renewable projects. So I think we are committed that whatever capex is required through internal accruals and debt, we will be able to arrange it and meet the target of 70% clean energy by 2030.
Dr. Sinha, thank you very much for your time taking us through the key highlights of your business performance. We'll see you again after the next quarter. Until then, goodbye.
Thank you very much, Siddharth.
With that, it's a wrap. We'll be back with more. Do stay tuned.